composition on your screen. We have, of course, on the left-hand side, a ton of green units here, as we used to see it. I see some green shields as well. Curious to see the Demon Spearmen brought in here. You usually don't see them too much. Some, of course, Cutiliers and Rattan Pikemen. Then in blue we have a lot of range. We have some Sons of Fenrir here as well, and the Raider Pistoliers, some Demons Arbalists and Halberdiers, so many different blue units. Then in purple, of course, the Sergeants with Spears, some Sealets and Wooby, and in gold we have our first Lion Roar for today, and then some Shield Mains and other golden units. So a big variety of units here on the left hand side. On the right hand side we have 2 times Lion Roar, we have some Shield Mains, Queen's Knights, Modaus and Phalanx in gold. We have a ton of Cutiliers in green, and also on some heroes here to that Cutiliers, also some Rattan Pikes. Then we have in purple some Dagger Acts, even Camels, and of course Sealets. And I didn't see a single unit of Banner Guards, so the save from Altushki kinda useless. And we are loading in and looking to see our first match of those two. Altushki, where are you going to attack? And on the other side, Story Enjoyers, where are you going to defend? I've seen a ton of purple Cav in the beginning. We can see it lurking at the gate, but will there be a sally out? I would not expect that one, as we can already see a full send to the gate with some heroes from Altushki. Immediately their trap also being called to the cannons. Gate is open. The range inside could make the difference. I don't really see too much of a flank going out. Oh, there's the cavalry. Oh my goodness, that one got just slammed absolutely away here, and I feel like that sally out is turning into a sally in, as Altushki is just walking straight through the gate in. And is there anything inside? There's not. That's just only range. That's just only range in here, and that range, oh my goodness, is just surviving anything. Oh my god. That range is really strong. And now we have the fight inside of the city. Gates still open, and like that we have Altushki with quite some trouble here. They are being met with a ton of heroes from Story Enjoyers and have to fight their way out again. They have retreated successfully. I see some red points still in the city, so we have some more engagements inside the city, but I feel like that could be fine. And one thing you didn't see in the stream, I just saw it I just randomly saw it here on my screen, just hanging above the city. We have one unit of Lion Roars being wiped by those Rattan Pikemen on the left hand side inside the city. So Story Enjoyers, they already lost one unit of Lion Roars. I think they brought 2, but that one, that is devastating. You can see the cannons left on the left hand side, but the unit is dead. And with that, massive value here for Altushki for those Rattan Pikemen. Still some fighting going on inside the city, and you can see those last units being wiped. Story Enjoyers setting up on the A point, ready to defend that one. What will they bring now? They apparently wanted to make sure the siege tower on the right hand side, or on the minimap left hand side of course, is not reaching the walls. They failed to keep the Lion Roars alive, and like that I feel like that one could fall potentially. They still have one more unit of Lion Roars heading to the right here over the point. Will they go into the open? No. They just stay on the point, they just hold on there, and will probably place their cannons there and just try to hold on to the A point for 5 minutes and 40 seconds. So yeah, Altushki, are you going for the A point? Or are you just going straight to B, ignoring any setup on A, and just go for the B point capture and then straight to C? Because those Lion Ross, for example, they can't really enter the city on the ground, because otherwise cavalry will just make quick progress with them and just get rid of them really, really quickly. Altushki really heading for the left-hand side here. And I feel like as soon as that siege tower lands on the walls, things could change quite quickly here. 5 minutes left, and Altushki on the rotation to the left-hand side, I think. Oh, Story Enjoy is not willing to give that wall up. Trap. Where is it going to hit? Is it going to hit? I thought I saw a trap. There we go. Hitting some shells here to the wall, but not too devastating here. A point still with some units, and of course the tower to the B side also being contested here. Next trap being called, and shells are they hitting? They are quite lucky here for Story Enjoyers to still keep almost all of the units alive. We can see Altushki moving up the tower, going straight to the walls here, but oh my goodness, that's also a massive push coming on the front. The right hand side here, as you can see on the screen, is it breaking through? It's still really close. Here's one more unit coming here for support, Paladins, and it feels like Altushki is already sending units back from that tower to reinforce the units on the front. Maybe not, maybe I was wrong here, but that fight feels like it's stuck on the tower, not breaking through, and Altushki is not even making a move here in the front. So Story Enjoyers still holding on strong. 3 minutes 30 left, and nothing really gained here for Altushki. That tower still fighting, and the tower in the front not doing anything. I feel like that could be a big mistake, as Altushki is now making a move also in the front. I see one unit of shields moving to the front, but is it enough? Is it maybe already too late? 3 minutes left. You still have to capture a point, Altushki. You can't just wait that one out. Time is working against you, and it feels like finally the right hand side has achieved the victory. And that one was such a long fight, but the right hand side broke through, and that's the go command for the middle, because now they can go in and the right side can go to the B point and apply some pressure on that one. But here on the front, reinforced with the units from the right side, Altushki is going in, going for the point. 2 minutes 30 left, and that trap might change something. Will it hit? There we go. Trap is hitting massively into the thick of it, but also in their own units. And Story Enjoyers, they are winning this fight with perfection here, almost fully wiping the units from Altushki. 2 minutes left here, bit more than 2 minutes, and Story Enjoyers in a good position. Altushki have to make something happening, because otherwise they won't even get to the first point here. They will make up the way up the tower and to the point, but that's really, really hard here to do. And the point still has a lot of units on it. We can see the supply in the back being used for resupplies, and on the point here, there's just coming so much for Story Enjoyers. Not even 1 minute 30 left. And Altushki, they are once again struggling. One unit after the other is just being wiped. One unit of Lion Ross here on the tower will have to fall back, because they can't change anything here. Being wiped from the top. And like that, Altushki, what are you going to do? 1 minute left. You have 1 more minute to get one of those points, and I feel like you can't even get out of your spawn. Cavalry going into a ton of units from Story Enjoyers being wiped. Trap not on the point, and Altushki, they just can't even respawn right now, because they are being spawn camped outside. 42 seconds left without 1 point being captured. The Sally out is already there. Story enjoyers, beautiful performance. 525 units left from Altushki. And that's just all she wrote here. Altushki being wiped from the city. B point. Some fight, but also nothing really dangerous for story enjoyers. And with 50 seconds left, nothing will be achieved here. Altushki losing that one out. Some more units coming here in, but that's just way too late. Story enjoyers, beautiful defense, quick defense, 1-0 victory for story enjoyers. And like that, we are heading into our second game quite quickly here. MVP for Altushki is Cursed Andal Ban with 0 hero kills, but 180 unit kills, 894 troop kill score, and 300 support points. So massive performance from him. Sadly, not enough here. Going down the list, we have most heroes killed from Otterhawk, from OMG Hawk, and Forward with everyone too. And then most units killed from Funfear Fox, almost in the bottom, but he got 122 unit kills and 1.3k troop kill score. On the other side, story enjoyers, MVP is Zanga Banga. He got 4 hero kills and 164 unit kills. That's massive, and 1.4 troop kill score. So he really got stuff going. And then we have most heroes killed from, once again, the emoji here. Right below him, 6 hero kills. Massive also from him with the dual blade. Good job. And like that, I think we can go straight to the post-battle analysis. And as we can see here, an opening fights here. Very good for the defense, losing definitely less than the attack. I thought like they got completely wiped, but I was wrong. Altushki got wiped, and story enjoyers, they got the upper hand, so well done from them. And then after that, just the second fight. It was just only one fight after that opening engagement. Beautifully done from story enjoyers, getting the upper hand, staying on it, delaying so much time. I mean, that fight on the right hand supply point from our perspective, and on the left hand one from the mini map, took so incredibly long. And I mean, you just can't wait so long for that fight to happen. So very well done. 38 to 9 hero kills here, of course, as well. And like that, story enjoyers with we have a ton of green units on the left hand side. Story enjoyers, multiple heroes with the double green setup. Then we have once again 1 unit of camels. We have some Cocos, some Demons Arbalists, the Wixing Pikemen. Then anti-cav wise, we have a ton of Phalanx. I count, I think, 7 Phalanx. Then we have 2 times Lion Rock Crew and some Queen's Knights and Shield Mains, plus the Imperial Spear, the Sergeants with Spear, the New Sealets, and some Dagex. On the other side, Altushki going with a more expensive setup with some Shield Maidens and some Phalanx, also a ton of Phalanx on their side. 3 times Lion Rods for Altushki. Last round they had only 1. Then they have some Moldaus, some Woobies, some Sergeants with Spear, just normal units we usually see, and some range units, also some Archers and the Demons Arbalists, plus 2 times Cocos. So kind of some differences between those teams. Many units the same. Many units are something like Phalanx, then Shield Mains, of course, the Sergeants with Spear, and of course some green units. But we are leading heavily into green on the side of story enjoyers against more purple and gold on the side of Altushki. So that's the main difference here. We are still loading into the lobby, into the match, and then in a few seconds we should see which strat Altushki is going for. Are they going to defend the A point? Or are they falling back to see maybe potentially even the endpoint, even if I don't see that one coming? What is it going to be here? What's the plan? Here we go. Altushki, I can already see a ton of heroes and units running back, trapped to two pieces of artillery here on the walls, and Altushki is definitely not going to defend the A point. They are sending everything back and are just on the walls with the heroes, trying to defend at least until the towers reach the walls. Story enjoyers already pushing all siege equipment, all three towers and the ram, heading towards the walls, and they are already close to the walls with the muskets, trying to get rid of the cannons as quickly as possible. The longbow from Altushki trying to get anything going here against the attack, but has to fall back here immediately as well, as there's no artillery left on the walls. Altushki is falling back. One Polex already here on the walls on the right side, trying to go for the cannon, gets it done, no fight back, and like that, first part of this attack is already good. Altushki really early drop off a not really confident they would win the hero fight here, even though the heroes of Story Enjoyers have to climb up the ladders. Altushki fell back, and A point will be captured before the towers even land at the wall. So really good time management here. Story Enjoyers getting the early point capture, getting probably B for free as well, and with that we will be looking at a potentially 12-minute time here for C and the endpoint of chaos. C will probably give 3 more minutes, and like that Story Enjoyers have plenty of time and will probably set up first before they do anything. We have seen Altushki bring some archers as well. I can already see one unit of them standing on the supply point next to the C point, so they are willing to do the same. We have seen from many teams before Altushki here. But what is going to happen as soon as Story Enjoyers pushes? Because I don't think they want to wait forever. They don't have archers themselves. They have some Demands Arbalists, but most of the units is infantry, and they don't want to sit in the range fire forever. Story Enjoyers still picking new units here on the supply point. Where's this one going? Probably that left hand side on the walls. Very narrow entrance, but we have seen teams pull this off before, so yeah, that could be a potentially good push. Story Enjoyers could make it. They have Cocos with them, they have a unit of Lion Ross with them, so they will be in a good position here to push from that. Of course, Lion Ross have to get into a good position, because standing on top of that round plateau won't really benefit them. They can shoot, of course, directly to the flank, but straight onto the point they have to make a move, and could potentially be sniped by the longbow and by the range units from Altushki. So the Lion Ross, I'm curious about that one, but the Cocos, they will have massive impact here on the left hand side. You can see, or at least the left hand side for Story Enjoyers, you can see those Mudaos and some shields being already there. Trap being called to the safe spot, not really hitting too much. One hit here into the side of the defenders units, and Story Enjoyers is already making a move to the point, going straight in. Right side is protected, and that is so many units. Where did those all come from? That's just massive. Going in there, I see also, I've seen the healers here. What is going on? Altushki, they are just getting wiped here. Flank though, coming in from Altushki in the back. You can see it here in the bottom of the screen. And they are going in, but the right side is already wiped. So this flank will probably be flanked as well. Lion Roars will be dealt with, Cocos as well. But the rest of the fight is still there. Cavalry from Story Enjoyers going in, and Altushki is slowly being wiped here from that point. Story Enjoyers should have it, and they are really dominant here. C point is being captured. More than 1/4 complete already. The halfway mark is almost there. Supply point already being captured. And like that, it's still 8 minutes 50 left. And Story Enjoyers already on the push to the end point. Just healing units up, maybe swapping some out. Unit trade is massive. You can see it here. 440 to 300 units in tier 5. That's just a lead of 140 tier 5 units. Even or almost even in tier 4 units. A bit of a lead in tier 3 units for Altushki here with a lead of 50. But then the tier 2 units, which we have seen work incredibly well, is a massive lead of 170 units. 270 units. I'm sorry, what am I talking? Even 290 now for Story Enjoyers. And like that, Altushki in a really bad spot, and they have to get stuff going here. But I can already see 1 unit of Lion Ross here on the right hand side for Altushki. Will it make a difference? It might, because it's a Lion Raw, and those units can pull off crazy things. And it seems like it's 2 Lion Raws even. Oh my god. 2 Lion Raws in the defender setup could really make a difference here. Because pushing against 2 Lion Raws, I think, yeah, there they are. Story Enjoyers have 1 Lion Raw themselves. They have 1 unit of Cocos, but they have to break through, and they have to sustain 2 units of Lion Raws, and that first volley has already killed some of Story Enjoyers' tanky shields, and I mean, those shields are no longer tanky if they face a Lion Raw. It feels like a beautiful setup here for Altushki right now, but I'm not sure if it's 100% trap safe. So we have to keep an eye on that one. Front gate will be the point of fight here. Story Enjoyers with a good spot here because they can't be hit by Altushki's cannons, but their own cannons can help them in this fight. And like that, Cocos from the top, you can see the fire in the units of Altushki. They are dealing massive damage. Lion Raws of Story Enjoyers as well. And like that, it feels like Altushki is slowly falling back into a more beneficial position here, because now the Lion Raws can rain down fire on the units of Story Enjoyers. And that's exactly what will be happening here in a few seconds. Lion Raws, yeah, there, and that's some massive damage, but Story Enjoyers, they are just pushing through. Story Enjoyers are taking the upper hand, it feels like. I see a lot of blue units dying here in the process, and that's not looking great for Altushki. Being wiped from the point, only some few units remaining, some heroes here trying to stay on the point. And you can see also in the back there some fights going on next to their own supply point from Altushki to the respawn. And like that, point is being captured, just small block there, but in the end that's just, it feels like game over here with still 8 minutes and 20 seconds on the board. Cavalry coming in from the spawn. Altushki trying everything to come back, but that's probably it. There we go. Match is over. Altushki being wiped quickly, and oh my goodness, Story Enjoyers just a clean 2-0 victory. No time wasted, nothing. They just walked straight through and took the victory as their own. Sinkyu Zephyr with the MVP for Story Enjoyers, and also maybe most support points, probably the MVS, and 5 hero kills from him, which is the most hero kills. There we go, MVS, thank you very much. 73 unit kills, 600 troop kill score, which is not too much, not even a full set of units, but I mean, the match was over before they were able to achieve that. So good job from him. And then like that, we can move to the other side. Altushki's MVP is Cursed Angel Ban with 2 hero kills, 78 unit kills, 775 troop kill score, and 64 support points, which is not too much considering he's a longsword, but I mean, time was not there to really heal stuff up. Andrew Band, second time MVP. Good job from him. Also, the MVP with the most hero skills, so nobody else here in the team who got more than him. And like that, we can go to the post-battle analysis and see what really happened there. And I mean, that graph just tells it all. First fight, massive victory for story enjoyers, and second fight, just almost the same picture, just a bit better fight back from Altushki with the Lion Roars, but then being wiped from story enjoyers. And I mean, also on the bottom you can see 26 to 5 heroes killed, killing only 5 heroes in the full